Hey guys, Bronx right here. How's it going? So yeah, let's go and continue. You know, I would expect to have gotten more ability points now. I think I'm saving for this right here. Yeah, I think I might get it. I think I'm gonna save for this right here. Got a good amount of gil.
It's downstairs. Try not to get lost.
Careful, you. I've spent the whole morning on this.
When lightning struck, his yoke did break, his life his own again. With thunder's roll, he knew his fate and would fight it to the end. Well, what do you think? I woke this morn inspired. When lightning struck his yoke.
And how did you like the stew?
That's pretty funny. Excluding Bard. Funny reference to Final Fantasy IV. With Edward.
If you can read, don't let Otto know.
Not going back to that life. Ever. You hear me? Oh, great. Even.
He's in. Oh no.
Goots, was it? Perhaps you can help. Sid asked me to make ready for our mission. How does one go about that here?
Well, there's old Nan's place. On second thoughts, you maybe want to see Blackthorn first.
A blacksmith? To the forge it is, then.
Oh wait, no, hold up. You'll be needing this. Blackthorn won't take no notice of you otherwise. Might not anyway. The forge is down the end. Just follow the sound of Blackthorn's hammer.
Does it look like there's room here for another bloody crate?
No, Lady Karen. I'm sorry, Lady Karen.
Fancy a mug of Kenneth Coldest when we're done?
Are you Blackthorn?
What if I am? I've no time for idle chatter.
I'm not here to talk. I'll be accompanying Sid to Lostwing, and I need you to see to my equipment.
You could be accompanying the goddess Krieger to a holy bedchamber for all I care. I'm not lifting a finger for you.
Is that so?
Blackthorn. Resident blacksmith of Sid's hideaway. A sullen and secret store prefers to drown his woes in drink than to share them. Yeah, he seems like a little prick.
Do you want that or not? I can take it back.
Oh, damn you, Goots. All right. No need to be hasty. Let's have a look at you. I doubt that lot could stay a Moogle's fart. Bloody Imperials. They'd rather see their bearers dead than kitted out properly. I'll do what I can, as a favor to Goot's mind.
Forging. The crafting of new gear as well as the upgrading of existing gear can be done at blacksmith. As long as you have the recipe and the proper materials, clicking the highlight items from the list and hold X to craft upgrade. Okay.
And the belt, Caesar Square. You want anything else, you bring your own materials.
I'll bear that in mind. Thank you.
A word of advice. Don't let Sid decide what's best for you.
Notice this. When something has changed in the highway, a notice will appear in the upper right hand corner of the screen. Or you mean upper left. In addition to stock updates for Cameron's Toll and new forge recipes for the Black Hammer, there are also notices for new quests, new missives, and many other things. An icon will also appear in game as well on a local map to indicate recent updates. That's good.
I suppose I should thank Goots.
Make it quick. But I ain't the cook, am I? Look.
Look, Sid needed a smith, and I need a smithy. Call it a marriage of convenience. Doesn't hurt as a forge here, so hottest this side of hell, or that it works without magic. I won't have no bearers suffering for me.
You got anything needs repairing?
Or tooling, you bring it here, along with your own materials and any scraps left over I keep. Fuck you.
But I ain't the cook, am
Well,
I?
I ain't the cook, am I? So if you tasted Kenneth's Brown, I might as well be.
You got anything need?
Should have full voice acting.
What do you want? Not bad, if I do say so myself. That it? Fine.
Seeing as you're new, let me share a word of warning. Keep your hands out of the stores, or I'll cut them off and crate them with the others.
I'm only teasing. We feed the hands to the dogs.
Seeing as you're new, let me share a word of warning. Keep your hands out of the stores.
What are you gawping at, newcomer? Never seen a man work with his hands? Well, you best get used to it if you're thinking of staying.
God, everyone's crazy, especially that little crone right there. God dang.
You take it back and tell that blockhead I'm not paying.
Word is, the scouts found a pair of new bearers.
Sid once told me the blight doesn't kill the lad, it only makes
This whole place is falling apart.
gift worked. You have my thanks.
Come on, nearly there. You, blankets, quick as you like. All right, we make him comfortable while the bed's made up. Well, you just gonna stand there? Someone fetch some water.
Get the bucket! You go and see if Otto needs out, eh?
Wait, me? What the hell have I got myself into? Who are they?
Huh? They're freed Imperial bearers. Who the hell are you? Shit, at this rate, you won't make it through the night. Think you can find your way up them stairs to the infirmary? We need Tyre. Well, go on. Shift your ass.
Was Ty the one looking after Jill?
Top of the stairs, first door on your right. Quick!
Your friend needs her rest. There'll be time for tearful reunions once she's recovered.
I'm not here for Jill. You're wanted downstairs. There are injured bearers in need of attention.
Well, why didn't you say so?
I did say so.
He's going to be all right. But I'll need to examine them both in the infirmary. My work's just begun.
Another fine day at the hideaway.
Do many of the bearers who come here arrive in this state?
It's no easy thing, casting off your chains. By the time most pluck up the courage, they're already too far gone. These two here are the lucky ones. The name's Otto. You need anything? You ask me.
Well, Otto, I do need some supplies.
Do you now? Then Lady Karen over there will be more than happy to help you.
Otto, why do they call him Curmudgeon for? I was weird. Anyways, Otto, chief steward of Sid's Hideaway, who manages the day-to-day running of their operation in his friend's stead. Sid often being taken far and away by his bear liberating activities. Yeah, Sid often being taken far away by his bear liberating activities. Even when Sid is at home, he prefers to leave such busy work to Otto, much to the hard-pressed purser's indignation. Yeah, you do typically need people to run day-to-day.
Right.
Oh.
And thanks. Be seeing you.
Not likely. I won't be staying.
Is that right? Well, for as long as you are here, consider yourself welcome. You helped us today, and we won't forget it.
Quest. Keep an eye out for the green icon above certain NPCs. This easy indicate may have a quest to offer. A list of current and completed quests can be viewed on a journal tab in the main menu. Hey, what's up, man? Please follow Bowser's to-do list. After accepting quest, objectives will appear in the to-do list located on the right side of the screen. Objectives for the main scenario and up to 3 side quests can be displayed simultaneously. Quest priority. Any quest can be prioritized in journal tab menu by highlighting it and pressing X. Objectives for prioritized quests will remain displayed to the to-do list until the quest is completed or another quest is given priority. Priority stats for a quest can be removed by highlighting it and pressing X again. The following hideaway facilities are also now available. Valisthea Tomes, Never-Growing Compendium of all things Valisthea, the Orchestratum, a personal jukebox for songs corrected throughout the game. Both are located in the Hideaway Eatery, the Fat Joe Bowl, and can be found on the local map by pressing the touchpad.
Who are these people?
Help. It sounds like
Don't think I haven't noticed you stealing sips from that pot. Ah, a new face, and dare I hope, a willing pair of hands. The fat chocobo is a demanding mistress, and we are too few to keep her on her feet. Might I persuade you to deliver a meal or two to souls in need of sustenance? For your trouble, I can offer you the contents of my strongbox and my enduring gratitude.
I don't see why not.
Marvelous. And who exactly do I have the honor of addressing?
Clive.
Delighted to make your acquaintance, Clive. I'm Kenneth, and mine are the weary shoulders upon which the weight of this fine establishment rests. Now, I have 3 hungry customers awaiting their victuals. Take these if you would, and be careful, they're hot.
Hot meal. How long has it been? Your food.
I was hoping it might be. Well, doesn't this look fine? Thank you, lad. You're new, aren't you? Kenneth's running you ragged already, I expect, the old rascal.
Well, he did say he'd give me something for my trouble.
And so he should. We're not slaves anymore. Well met, lad, and keep up the good work. It's nice to see the hideaway finally coming alive. Wasn't so long ago us old hands were ratting about the place like peas in a bucket. It's nice to see the hideaway finally coming alive. Wasn't so long ago us old hands were...
To tune background music playing in the highway can be changed by accessing the Orchestrion. The track list expanded using Orchestrion roles acquired from main scenario quest shops or treasure coffers. That is nice. Hideaway. I'm gonna play everything there is I get a hand hold to.
quick to sound the retreat once Titan turned up.
Yeah.
Oh, my thanks. I hope you do not think me lazy for waiting to be served like a lord. Only my former master did not use me kindly, you see. He left me half lame, truth be told. But Sid took me in nonetheless. Well, the hideaway is the home I never knew, and a mighty fine one at that. I'd been cast out and left for dead when Sid found me. There's not a day goes by I don't count my blessings.
When lightning struck his yoke.
Next time you're in, first round's on the ass.
Thank you, Clive. Now we have 3 hungry mouths in need of feeding, so you'd best be on your way.
Well. There's so much more to farming than just seeds and soil.
Your food.
Just a moment. I need to finish this. I won't be a burden. I'm of no use to anyone as I am, but maybe if I can master this.
All right, but see that you eat it before it gets cold.
Of course. Thank you.
That's the last one. I'd better let Kenneth know.
Yours is not a familiar face. Are you new to the hideaway, perchance?
You could say that.
Well then, allow me to welcome you. I am Harpocrates II Hyperboreus.
That's,
Quite a mouthful. No. Which is why everyone here has taken to calling me simply Tomes, on account of the company I keep. And what varied company. I'm a collector, you see. Not of bijou and baubles, but of stories. The history and culture of these isles have ever been a source of endless fascination to me. But alas, my days of wandering the realm in search of new tales are far behind me. And so I've taken to sharing that which I've gathered with all who might listen. Perhaps you would care to listen. When I was very young,
and lived beyond these shores, my father would read to me every night from the only book we had, A History of Valisthea, by Moss the Chronicler. So enchanted was I by this realm of myth and magic that when I was of age, I enlisted as a deckhand on a merchant galley that I might see it with my own eyes. Come on, guys, more voice acting.
Yet, when I arrived,
what I found was a land of war and suffering, darkened by the blight and the evil in men's hearts. Still, I was determined to follow in the footsteps of Moss and record what I could, and so I did in all manner of places and all manner of roles until my aging legs could carry me no longer.
Fortunately,
Sid found me by the roadside, so to speak, and offered me a place here, where I might continue my studies, albeit without the wandering. Okay.
I have compiled some new entries, if you would like to see them.
1,000 tomes. 1,000 tomes is a comprehensive compendium of Valisthean lore, covering everything from basic terms to important persons, geography, history. Newer information is constantly added as Clive progresses the story. Past active time or entries can also be viewed here.
I don't believe you've read this particular chapter before. You wish to study the tomes?
I call magical beings of godlike strength, who dwell within human hosts known as dominants, only emerging when a dominant primes. I guess when they reach, maturity. I don't know. History records 8 icons in total, each of which with a unique elemental affinity. It's commonly held that two icons of the same element cannot coexist, but as none have ever witnessed all of these rare creatures together, conjecture is yet to be proved. Probably the act of a dominant transforming their flesh into that of their icon. Dominants most often prime during times of war, using the immense strengths of their icon to turn tide of battle. Though it is usually done deliberately, the dominant remain in control of the icon even when primed or encaged. The dominant will lose control of their powers and see their icon on right. The Battle of Nysa. The Battle of Nysa was a short yet bloody clash between the Iron Republic and the Republic of Dalmatia. In the year 873, the Dalmatians, hoping to force an end to their long-running conflict with the Iron Blood, had convened a council at Zernitria stronghold and entreated their well-older allies to aid them in their cause. However, talks soon broke down, and the Dalmatians were left with no choice but to rely once more on the power of the mighty Titan, to whom they had already owed a considerable debt. Thus, the stage set for a showdown between Titan and Shiva, the Iron Blood's own icon, in which losses on both sides were too many to count. An Imperial bear turned Zer after refusing to slay the dominant Shiva, choosing instead to turn his blade on his own sergeant. As a force of crusaders closed around him, his freedom seemed as if it would be short-lived until the timely intervention of Sid, a man who shared Clive's desire to see the dominant free from their clutches. Together they escaped to Sid's secret hideaway. Second son of Archduke of Rosarian, heir to the ducal throne, upon the night of the Imperial invasion of Phoenix Gate, the shock of seeing his followers slain before his disbelieving eyes led to him losing control of his icon and setting the castle alight. From the flames arose a second Eikon of Fire, whose murderous rampage laid both the castle and the Phoenix low. Yeah, that was something. Dominant of Shiva and Clive shot a friend. In the depths of the nights defiled, the two came to blows as the orders of the army sent and slayed them. Joe fighting to defend the priests of the Iron Kingdom. Clive, you already read that, I think. Clive's faithful friend. The two were separated on the night of the tragedy at Phoenix Gate. They were united 13 years later in the depths of nights defiled. In the intervening years, Truggle not only grew into a fine hound, but met with Sid, who trained him to work as a hunting dog. After meeting with Clive again, Torgal glad returns to the service of his former master. Yeah. Ambrosia, Clive's personal steed. During an attack on Phoenix Gate, she raced Clive's rescue, saving him from certain death at the cost of an eye, a price she gladly paid. Is she still alive? I hope so. Hugo Kupka. Hugo Kupka's awakening as dominant of the Icon time thrust him into the foremost of Dalmatian's politics, or him influence over both the Republic's armies and its policy making, as well as a personal fortune. He has little love for his country, taking advantage of his position to benefit himself and himself alone. His love for Benedict von Harman, however, is absolute, and he would gladly betray his every ally just to be with her. Damn, what an asshole. World Knight Lord Commander. Lord Commander of the Kingdom of Elot's armies, he accompanied his liege to Fort Zenitria in the Republic of Dalmatia to negotiate provision of reinforcements from the Royal Order of Knights. The King of Elot, the aloof and unshakable Barnabas Tharmir, first of his name, few can meet his steely gaze without flinching. Yeah. Harpocrates II Hyperboreos, the hideaway's resident historian, whose love for books has earned him the nickname Tomes. Harpaxi traveled to Valisthea as a youth, seeking to unearth the secrets of this land of legend, and over the years has developed a deep knowledge of Valisthian geography, history, religion, and folklore. The late Archduke of the Grand Duchy of Rosaria and father of Clive and Joshua, Elwin's reign ended when he was beheaded by servants of the Holy Empire of Sombrook in their ignoble attack on Phoenix Gate. Known not only for his inspiring leadership and skill with a blade, but his disapproval of the mistreatment of Barris. His legacy lives on in all those who oppose imperial rule and what remains of Rosaria. Annabella Rossfield, Duchess of Rosaria, wife of Archduke Elwin and mother to Clive and Joshua. It was ever her purpose in life to preserve her phoenix-bearing bloodline, for which reason she betrayed her husband, that she might enter in league with a force she judged the mightier. The Holy Empire broke. It was Annabella's treachery that led to the disaster of Phoenix Gate. I'm not understanding what was her. I guess she was a phoenix or something. I don't know. Rodney Murdoch, Lord Commander of the Rosarian Army, outranked only by his firm friend Archduke Elwin. Murdoch and his shields accompanied Elwin and Joshua to Phoenix Gate to perform the rite of ancestral communion, only to be set upon first by Imperial infiltrators, then a second sadly Eikon of Fire, within whose flames Murdoch was engulfed. Sir Wade, a loyal shield of Rosaria, chosen by Lord Commander Rodney Murdoch to accompany Clyde on his expedition to Stilwyn. Though he did all he could to return a favor that he owed to Joshua for saving his life as a boy during the attack on Phoenix Gate, where he was met with the same fate as the prince. Sir Tyler, a loyal soldier of Rosaria who accompanied Clive on his expedition to Stilwyn. Though he did everything in his power to assist Joshua and Archduke Elwin's flights from Phoenix Gate on the night of the attack, his years of senior service were to come to a close when he was swallowed by the flames of the rampaging Phoenix. Damn. Tiamat, bearer in service of the Holy Empire Sunbreak. Tiamat, or a man who now bears his name, is the leader of the Bastards, a squadron of elite assassins. It was on a mission to take the head of Shiva's dominant and Denise father, his subordinate Wyvern, who named Claus Ruppel, turned upon him and cut him down. Bial, second longest serving of the Bastards, an elite band of slave assassins in service to the Holy Empire of Sunbrook. He and his sergeant Tiamat fought alongside each other for many a year, and Bial trusted him with his life. Alas, there was little Tiamat could do to save him from the boulder that was to fall from the skies during their ill-fated mission to infiltrate the Demakian Republic and take the head of Shiva's dominant. Yeah. Avis, a brain and shoulder for the Holy Empire of Sunbrook, who served alongside Wyvern. None know his true name. He and his band of elite assassins were tasked with taking the head of dominant Shiva, but he was to lose his life to a Crusader axe in the course of the mission. Chief Strategist and former Field Dalmatian Chief Strategist and former Field Marshal of the Dalmatian Republic. While there was a time he took personal command of his troops, Hugo Kupka's rise to prominence led to his being recalled from the battlefield by reason of his advancing age, for which he bears a vainglorious dominant, a deep-seated grudge. The Republican Prime Minister, leader of the Dalmatian Parliament, and the eldest and most experienced of its members, those elected by the state of the Republic, plus the dominant of time, who serves as an official advisor. Alas, Hugo Kupka does not take kindly to his advice, being ignored. Gerolf, second in command to Volsgrul intelligencers, serving under Benedict Harmon, with whom he shared a deep bond of trust. Miles the Chronicler, far-fabled scholar of Valistheian history and legend. Even to this day, much of the surviving knowledge of the distant antiquity of the twins issues from his quill. In his later years, his writings attracted fierce criticism from certain scholarly circles, which resulted in him removing himself from public life. Now, I wonder why. Ekt of Fire, the serious figure who was first seen amid the chaos of the Imperial invasion of King's Gate, immediately before the appearance of the second Eikon of Fire, the very icon that assumed the heir to the ducal throne. Clive believes this man to be dominant who murdered his brother and has sworn to take his revenge. Man, that is something. House Raphael, the highest of the noble house of Rosaria, the dominant of the Phoenix, is always born to the Rothschild line, and so it is always a Rothschild who sits upon the ducal throne. Valisthea, a realm comprising of twin continents of storm and ash, over which the mother crystals stand timeless vigil at the foot of each great cities, have taken up over the eons and around them powerful nations. Though the land has been blessed with the light of magic since time immemorial, in recent years, a creeping blackness is going to grow to gnaw at explorers of light. Absolutely, that's your Rosaria. Dragoon, a lance-wielding knight of the Holy Empire stem Braquet. The Dragoons are trained in a unique acrobatic fighting style modeled after the movements of dragons, which is characterized by sudden thrusts and disoriented leaps and dives. Gregorian scripture hold the creatures to be divine, a gift from the goddess herself, and so too are their namesakes, revered by the populace. Fort Zenitra, a stronghold of the western end of the Nisa Defile and the Dominican Republic in the year 1803. It served as the site of a meeting. Let me see, is that right? So I mean, convened by the Dominican with the Wolod allies and attempt to list their aid. Okay, I read that one. The Republican Parliament, the highest council of government of the Republic of Dalmatia. 7 ministers are responsible for ruling the nation, though their will is often molded to that of their permanent economic advisor, Hugo Kupka, who leverages his power as dominant of time to shape the Republic's policy. Does a Nitrian Council look to bring into a long-running conflict with the Iron Kingdom Dalmatia? Convene a council with their Woloder allies as the Nitria, a stronghold. However, the Woloders were unwilling to concede to the Dalmek's request, leaving the Republic no choice but to field its dominant Hugo Kupka. In so doing, Parliament further indebted itself to this already powerful player in national politics. The Iron Kingdom, an archipelago nation situated off the west coast of Storm, was capital at Krieg Loistays. The mother crystal, Drake's Breath, rises from a volcanic island situated just within its borders, and is worshipped as a god just as the state religion, the Crystalline Orthodox, dictates. This same religion decrees the use of magic to be anathema, and embarrasses dominants who use it to be sinful aberrations, leading to even greater discrimination than that suffered by the brethren on the mainland, given their stated desire to control all the mothers. The Ironblood's attitude to other nations is one of indelible antagonism. Drake's Breath, one of Valisthea's 5 remaining mother crystals, located on a volcanic isle known to the Ironblood as Bane Leodol in the seas between Rosaria and the Iron Kingdom. Those occupations can historically be traced to the duchy. Control of the crystal was recently wrested from Rosaria's grasp by the Crusade following a series of bitter conflicts. Northern Territories, a bitter cold region in the north reaches the continent of Storm. It was originally home to a mother crystal known as Drake's Eye, around which a series of small nations sprang up, nations whose belligerence proved troublesome for Rosario over the centuries. In time, however, the mother crystal's power dwindled, and with it, the power of these warlike nations, with the blight encroaching on their territory evermore. The remaining tribes were united and pacified by Archduke Ellen Rossville of Rosario in the year 854. Battle of the Twin Realms. The Battle of the Twin Realms was a conflict fought between Holy Empire Sebrek and the Kingdom of Wallo in the year 865. Sembrokoi's forces, with the power of the Icon Bahamut on their side, took the Strait of the Atha back from Wallo, putting an end to the blockade that had lasted several decades. The Walloders, looking to hold back the Sembrokoi's advance by any means necessary, forming an alliance with the Damakian Republic, who themselves were waging war against the Iron Kingdom on the Western Front and preventing the Empire from progressing any further. And shit's so complicated, it's like Game of Thrones. Crystalline Orthodox, a religion dedicated to the worship of the Mother Crystals. Its priesthood enjoyed great power with the patriarch, leader, and chief shepherd of the faithful, the most powerful of all. Shepherd of the faithful, the most powerful of all. Well, best known as the state religion of the Insular Island Kingdom, it was once practiced throughout Valisthea. To its believers, the Mother Crystals are literal gods, and a wasteful expenditure of aether through the use of magic is strictly forbidden. As such, those who do use magic, dominance, and bearers both are seen as subhuman abominations. Damn. The Mother Crystals, enormous glassy mountains, 5 of which tower over the lands of Valisthea. They are the source of all crystals that the people of Twins rely on in their everyday lives. Not only that, but the lands surrounding them are rich with aether, making the crystals cast even more potent. For those reasons, great nations have sprung up around each Mother Crystal and have long warred with each other for possession of their blessings. Crystal, one of the most valuable materials known to mankind, thanks to its ability to channel ambient aether from the air, allowing those without innate power to do so, to cast magics. And as most Valistheans cannot live without magic, its supply and distribution is heavily regulated by governments across the Twins. A given shard can only channel a certain amount of aether before it shatters, so the need for new crystals is incessant. Crystal rations. Shards of crystals small enough to be held in a hand would allow those who are not born bearers to cast magics. The nations of the Twins are such shards mined from the Mother Crystals and distributed to the populace so that every man and woman of good character, bears, criminals, and other undesirables not included, might enjoy the gifts of magic. It's common for people to keep them about the purses in a protective case. Municipal charge. Large shards found crystals entrusted to towns and cities across Valisthea in order to serve the populace, where those shards rationed out to individuals might suffice to fill a cup or light an oven. Municipal charges fill wells, fire forges, and light the streets of the great cities of the Twins. Ether, the life force of the land and the source of all magic. The amount of ether a spell consumes depends on its strength, with those manifesting more potent forces over a wider area coming at a greater cost. Larger crystals can channel more aether than smaller ones, and thus can be used to cast more powerful magics. One might use a small ration shard to grill a fish, but require a large municipal crystal to fire a blacksmith's forge. Okay. First shield, now granted to the mice and most stalwart shield of the Rosarian army. The first shield is trusted with the personal protection of the dominant of the Phoenix and is gifted a portion of the Icon's power over flame, a boon known as the blessing of the Phoenix. Anyone else have that? The blessing of the Phoenix. The boon Joshua bestowed upon his brother Clive, ordination as first shield, allowing him to wield fire aspect of magic without a crystal. It has long been custom in Rosaria for a dominant of the Phoenix to share a part of their power this way, performing the rite of rejuvenation upon those they appoint as their protectors, that they might serve them to be better. The Rosaria National Anthem, perhaps the most beloved ditty in the duchy. The Rosaria National Anthem was written for the occasion of the new nation's founding and is filled with patriotic imagery of rolling meadows, rising flames, and stirring song. It was oft heard raising the rafters of the ducal alhouses, particularly close to closing time, where disputes over the lyrics to the less practiced and third verse would occasionally end in fisticuffs. Beastmen, a somewhat derogatory nomen given their collective group of demi-humanoid beings that includes goblins, orcs, and minotaurs, among others. Beastmen tend to differ from most wild creatures in demonstrating a distinct intelligence, possessing the capacity for spoken and sometimes even written language, as well as complex tool building, and many have developed unique, albeit simple civilizations of their own. With civilization, however, will always come the desire to expand, and it is the ambition that has resulted in countless clashes with humanity over the centuries. Yeah, they were one of the main, I think, villains in the Final Fantasy XIV series. Bard. Traveling minstrels are journeying from place to place, performing in hostelries across Valisthea to the accompaniment of lute or lyre. They provide not only entertainment, but information on the state of the realm, oft seen of significant events and important personages. The highway has its own resident bar that illiterate amongst its residents might remain informed. Media. Orchestrating a curious clockwork contraption that is able to perform several different musical competitions at a flick of a switch. The Journal of Moss, the Annals of the Journal the Annals of the Moss, the chronicler, a scholar of Valisthean history, noted that not only for his singular insight, but for the lyricism of his writing and an exceptionalism that earned him the enmity of his fellow scholars and drove him from public life. Such were their misgivings toward him that only a handful of copies of his journal were ever produced, making the tome a prize find among collectors. Our last up is bestiary. Phoenix, the Warden of Fire, last seen on the night of the Imperial invasion of Phoenix Gate in the year 860. When young Joshua Rossfield lost control of his powers, the Phoenix first awakened among the modes of fire, an ancient tribe. The Phoenix first awakened among the modes of fire, an ancient tribe who dwelled in the western reaches of the storm, and the careful preservation of bloodlines among the Rosarian nobility ensured that its dominant would always be born in a ducal line. Okay. Not least because of his flames of both destruction and regeneration have the duchy from disaster many times over. The Warden of Ice from Jim Ward is a current dominant with her glacial aspect and ability to conjure boreal boulders from the aether. She's appearance on the battlefield makes her enemies' blood run cold. Gigas, as they are oft witnessed in the presence of goblins. Many believe these lumbering brutes to be goblins themselves, albeit ones have grown to prodigious size. Scholars, however, deny these claims, and insist the two tribes are independent and the relationship a symbiotic one, with the Gigas providing protection to the slighter goblins, who in turn provide the craftless giants with sundry arms and vestures, such as a charnel Carcantus created from the bones of their victims. The spread of the blight has seen both tribes impinge on human territory with increased frequency, and recent spottings have put them as close to civilization as Three Reeds and Rosaria. Morbles. The foul cocktail of bile and partially digested prey that accumulates within these giant carnivorous plants. Bellies makes their breath so spectacular rancid that it can be used as a weapon to repel would-be attackers. Morbles favor more humid climates such as those found on the volcanic isles of the Iron Kingdom. However, the spread of the blight has driven the mobile flora to cooler areas such as the swamps of Rosaria. Wow. Chocobos. Yeah, a little Neko discount Chocobo. Star Wars Chocobo was in Jedi. But yeah, favorite Chocobos, favorite steeds of the people of Valisthea. They are mainly ran for riding, some are used to pull wagons, and some are even eaten. But the boldest and bravest are put forward for their use by the military. They are intelligent and fiercely little creatures and tend to tolerate only their master's attention. Wild chocobos are no less vigilant and will rarely attack anyone who they perceive to be a threat. Anyone who isn't carrying a fistful of geisha greens, that is. Funny. Alright, read everything, guys. What I'm going to do is probably not going to use the dynamic menu as much. I'm going to continue to come here frequently for the story and talk to this guy, update it after each kind of main quest, give or take. So I'll stop stopping as much. Alright.
You are always welcome, Clive.
All done, I presume? Splendid.
They were bearers. All three of them. Not slaves waiting upon their master's pleasure, but men waiting to be fed like equals.
Indeed. Equality is the very cornerstone upon which our little community is founded. Beyond these walls, we are scorned as slaves. Speaking only when spoken to, eating only what scraps our masters deign to give us. The first hot meal here is the first many will have known. In the hideaway, we are free. Truly free to speak as we please, when we please, and to eat what and when we desire. More than reason enough to trust in Cid's vision, wouldn't you say? Now, I promised you something for your trouble, did I not? The contents of my strongbox are yours to do with as you will. Thank you, Clive. Do come and visit me again, won't you?
Treasure coffers. Countless treasure coffers lie across the realm, just waiting to be plundered. If you find one, don't hesitate to kick it open with X and reap the bounty and go on. No one's looking. That's cool. Alright, guys. That's all I have for this one. Thanks for watching. Valisthea 3 out.